Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Sober Swole podcast. My name is Jake Howard.
And I go by DJ Swirl.
Chocolate and vanilla swirl.
Yes, sir.
And before we get started, as always, we want to give a shout out to Royalty Nutrition. And to help me out with that is Warhorse.
Hey, it's Warhorse. Do you want your workouts to look like this? Or do you want your workouts to slay? When Warhorse picks his pre-workout, he wants it to slay. If you want second place, go with somebody else. If you want to be a champion, go with Royalty Nutrition.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen, Royalty Nutrition. They are a veteran-owned and operated supplement company that doesn't automatically use the cheapest ingredients possible when making their supplements for you. Check them out. Use the discount code 37HAKE to save 15% on your entire order. My next shout out of the evening will be to Gorilla Gains. That's gorilla-gains with a Z.com. They are a fitness apparel company that you can wear comfortably in and out of the gym. They also make great equipment that helps keep you safe while you train. Use the discount code Jake15 to save you 15% on that entire order. Curveball time. Check out my Patreon. It's patreon.com/HakeJoward. I post at least weekly a workout from the years that I've written workout programs, and I also do writings, just things that come to my mind that I type out. I also do a solo podcast where I rant about a subject. I try and do that at least monthly. Once again, that's patreon.com/HakeJoward. Ryan, tell them about your empire.
Are you out shopping? Whether it's for the holidays, for someone's birthday, someone's anniversary, and you find yourself in store or online without the time, towing, or muscle to move it, give us a call at Buy to Buy. That's at BUYTOBYE. We take we help you from the time you buy until the time that we say goodbye. We do that for on-demand moving, on-demand delivery, moving, staging, TV assembly, or TV mounting and assembly. It's so much easier when I look at my hand. I don't know why that is, but so yeah, we do all those things. Take something simple to understand, and we make it easy to execute. If you do any content creation, if you have a podcast and you would like to add video, add the elements to it, up your production, hit us up at Buy to Buy Studios. High quality, low cost sound decision. That's all I got.
So I thought I had a topic for tonight, but I do not. So
well, today is the 26th. So by the time that we record this again, it will have been Halloween. So
yes, today is definitely the 26th. The 26th of October is a very memorable and important day.
So important, there's no way you would forget it, right?
No way.
No way.
Not a chance.
No way.
But I was not the only one to forget my wedding anniversary. My wife and I, for those of you who don't know or haven't listened, we are expecting my son. He's due around Thanksgiving. And of course, that and with all the other kids and getting life together and the stress of everything, Brittany and I both forgot our wedding anniversary, which is it's today. Today is Brittany and I's wedding anniversary, and here I am sitting in my office recording the greatest show on earth.
And I learned this information just before we came on. So
because we went out to lunch today. Took her to the Kona Grill.
And that was before or after you realized?
So last night we were laying in bed, and she goes, and we're just laying there. I'm getting cozy. I'm drifting off into dreamland, and then Brittany goes, "Oh shit!" And she's super pregnant, so any "oh shit" is like a what's
Right.
going on?
Yep.
And I go, "What?" She goes, tomorrow's our anniversary, and I'm like trying to do the math in my head. For some reason, I'm like, what? Just what? Yeah, this month, but um, she goes, so yeah, tomorrow's our wedding anniversary, and I went, and she goes, and I totally forgot, and I went, oh man, yeah, me too.
So is this that
So
rare occurrence where two wrongs made it right?
I think so.
All right. Fantastic.
Well, both of our bandwidth has been just stretched, man. It's just been stretched in between stuff, with the older kid's dad, work, trying to get stuff together, the little girls being straight heathens. Like Brittany and I haven't slept well. I think over the past 6 months, we've had like maybe one or two nights where our bed has been empty,
Yeah.
just us, and like so like nobody's been sleeping. She's super uncomfortable. Uh, USAA tried to stick us with the bill for our oldest kid because of a wreck that happened in 2015, and then just we're still the people that are supposed to come to our floor are still haven't done it up in the laundry room
Awesome.
from the raining inside the house incident,
Oh yeah.
and then I'm killing spiders left and right out in the garage. But yeah, man. Oh, and Ruth started preschool, getting the kids to and from school. There's just a lot of moving parts. Just lots and lots of moving parts.
So is your anniversary less special if you do it if you didn't remember it?
I'm sorry?
Is your anniversary any less special if you forget the date? If you just do it if you celebrate the day before or after?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I don't think so. Like, so I'm the worst. Like, I really don't like celebrating birthdays, like my birthday. Um, I understand why holidays are a big deal for kids. I was thinking about it today, and I was like, people have been getting married since humans decided that was a thing to do. Do they was celebrating anniversaries a big deal at the first coupling? Did Adam and Eve be like, oh man, one whole year, we did it, babe? Like
Were years a thing back then? I don't know how long the calendar's been around.
well, I mean, there's been different forms of the calendar for sure.
Right.
But
So like, okay, so seventh son is our anniversary, right? Whatever
yeah,
that would have meant.
yeah. But like, I don't know if I don't know. I haven't dug deep into the history of celebrating marriage anniversaries.
Well,
And that might just be like the uber dude in me or something. But like, it's like I love you every day. Why is
yeah.
Yeah.
It's just one of those things that we create and we add value to, perceived value to, and then they monetize it, add a little dash of capitalism, and then consumers eat it up. So like,
I loathe Valentine's Day
why?
because it's silly. It's silly. Let's celebrate love. Okay,
Well,
you mean
what
that
is Halloween?
the best?
Let's celebrate death. Okay.
Yeah, yeah. Well, that's
And eat candy to do so. Eat specially decorated, labeled fun size, bite size. The cute ways that the Cadbury egg for Easter. It's like all these things. Are they really to celebrate something, or are they just meant to make you buy more stuff?
I think they're meant to make you buy more stuff.
Okay. So that's why I don't really get up for anniversaries and stuff like that. Like I acknowledge them, and let's go do dinner. Let's spend time. Let's enjoy each other's company. But like getting a card, getting flowers, like doing the whole thing, I'm 15 years in. Like, I don't know, man. I don't know.
I am not 15 years in. But
Yes, understood.
I am
But
like
Halloween now, I think that if we didn't do anything for Halloween, that would be more egregious because of the kids.
mhm.
Because there's no way you go through an entire season without people having decorations out or the music being played or, the specials. Their favorite cartoon does a Halloween episode or whatever. So it's like, it's everywhere, man. You cannot
Mhm.
miss it. So,
Well, that's
uh,
another so my wife is an avid decorator
ooh.
for holidays.
So you guys have already got the fall touches up?
Oh yeah, we have Halloween shit up all over the house. Uh, we have a Jack Skellington hanging on the front door, a jack o' lantern
Yeah.
light. But I mean, like the kids love it. It makes Brittany happy. Whatever.
And so I know that I've had some decent times on Halloween and that it's kind of like the night to dress up and go bar hopping and whatever dressing up means to you, whether that's a cool costume or if it's slutted up for the night, whatever that means. Good for you. But does this holiday does it trigger any of your wants to drink?
I wouldn't say necessarily that, but some of my sloppiest drunks have been on a Halloween for sure. Because, um, especially when you're younger and you're around the college age, and you're out those kind of establishments, everybody's acting a fool.
Yeah.
So, what an excuse! Like Halloween and St. Patrick's Day were probably still are. I don't know. It's been a while. They're probably the best drinking days.
Better than Oktoberfest?
You know, I've never been to an Oktoberfest.
What?
Yeah, I've never been to an actual Oktoberfest.
I can't say you're missing much, but
I mean, beer and wieners. Yeah, that's cool. That's beer and sausage. You know, I can do that right now.
the
Like
polka or whatever. Yeah.
some good polka gets you moving every now and again. You gotta,
Gets the toe to tapping. So what? So there's no temptation to drink. Nothing. You don't get triggered seeing people out being sloppy. Because we did a lot of our damage pre-social media.
I think I got a lot of that out of my system working in a bar.
Yeah.
Um, like when it because I have kids now too. It's this isn't this isn't for me. It's not the Jake show. It's the kids are excited and want to dress up as so and so and yada yada yada, and they want to go get their candy. So I mean that's where my mindset is now. Like before I had kids, and I'd have single friends or married friends that were still fun. That's when I was more like, oh man,
Yeah.
bummer. But but now it's like I always want to have my whiskey. I always, to this day, right now it'd be cool to really make this sober show go by pretty great.
Right.
But it's the temptation to get dressed up and act a fool isn't necessarily there anymore because I'm really more focused on my kids having a good time,
Yeah.
and that's really all that matters to me.
I'm in the same boat. We used to have some epic Halloween parties here, and one sticks out because my wife usually gets up for Halloween, and so we were zombie prom king and queen that year. And
Nice.
so, we had the whole look going and everything. And so she made a couple of trays of Jello shots. And early in the night, she was just, people showed up, and so she's walking around with these trays, and she's doing a shot with everybody that she's handing them out to.
Oh no.
Yeah, man. So, needless to say, her memory of that night is not very great or vivid, because she spent the majority of it on the toilet and wrapped around the toilet, laying down on the ground. I remember going in there at like 10 o'clock, and I was like, "Where is Co at?" And they go, "I think she's still in the bathroom." I was like, "Oh boy." So I went to the bathroom, and sure enough, she's got her hands wrapped around the toilet, and she's like moaning in disappointment. She's like, she's whining. I was like, "What's wrong, babe?" She goes, "I'm too drunk to enjoy the party." So she was fully aware that she made the mistake. And so I'm like, "How did you get so drunk so fast?" She goes, "I think I had like 10 Jello shots in 45 minutes." And I was like, "Oh my God."
Oh.
So yeah, my wife is, even for me, 6'3", 200 pounds.
Mhm.
No can do. And she's 5'5", about 30 maybe. So
Yeah.
yeah, she did not like that night. It was a
You
fun
gotta have.
time. It was still a fun time, but she didn't get to enjoy any of it.
Yeah, you gotta be a champion to handle that. That takes some training. If you're doing gel shots like that.
No, I don't like. I mean, I know they taste good, but still, it's like slippery slope, man. Doesn't
The
take much.
sugar, the sugar
Yeah, and the
alone.
sugar. Ugh.
Woo.
Yep. I used to enjoy Halloween being a DJ, just simply being the MC and having, because it's an easy opportunity to get the crowd involved, get them to come up, have a costume contest or whatever, and so there's usually a fun time around that night. But yeah, not DJing. It's all kids,
Mm-hmm.
all kids. So
Yeah, man. Like, I'm obviously out of the bar industry, so I don't have any reason to even be anywhere near any of that bullshit.
yeah,
So I won't be.
yeah,
It's I, I've got we've got our friends that we'll probably meet up with the kids and let them run loose on a neighborhood together or some trunk or treat or some shit.
yeah.
Ruth's going to school tomorrow dressed as Catboy.
Catboy, yes. PJ
Mm-hmm.
Masks,
Mm-hmm.
throwing it down.
Dog, I've seen all of the PJ Masks.
Well, Anna is on a
All of
Spider-Man
it.
tip right now, and so that's all she watches is Spidey and his Amazing Friends. That's it. But
I've
she's
seen that
dressing up
show.
as Wonder Woman for some reason. No say.
It's so Marley's at the age where like she can say what she wants to be and whatever. So she's going as Owlette, and and she'll do the I win. And whenever they're running through the house, you hear one of them yell, "Super Cat Speed!"
Oh, that's one thing I meant to ask you. In terms of like candy and eating, how are there like shows, bodybuilding shows? Is this part of the season?
Yeah, there's shows going on right now.
So are there people who fuck up their performance because they overeat, they
Oh,
overindulge in candy?
probably, probably, dude. Like,
I would be that person.
oh, probably. You gotta think you're dieting for so long, and you're so it's like your discipline's 100% on point. Let's say you're a parent, your kid comes home with all that shit. And like,
Yep.
first off, you're probably gonna be an asshole. Like, get that shit the fuck away from me. You don't fucking hide that shit. Fucking
Or just
no.
just keep it locked up in a room. I'm never gonna see it.
Yeah, but like, yeah, I think being in prep right now would be miserable.
Yeah, during the holidays, man,
Hmm.
it's extra discipline.
The second show I did was like 2 weeks before Thanksgiving. Or yeah, no, yeah, like 2 weeks before Thanksgiving, But didn't have kids. I was working at the bar. I was in a safe space where no candy crossed the threshold door. But yeah, that was like the best I ever looked too. But yeah, if there was candy in the house, I would have been fucked for sure.
Yeah, so we're not loading up. We might. I think that our game plan this year is to go to festivals and the different nights and stuff. So like tomorrow night, they're showing the movie Coco at my daughter's school. So
Dope.
they're gonna have like a little festival thing and probably watch it, have it going on the projector outside. But we went to Schnepp Farms a couple weeks ago. Um, it's around the same season, pumpkin, all that. So, uh, excuse me, Rylan, she had a pumpkin that she decorated, took it to school for their competition, and then Anna painted one all green. That's what she wanted. That was her style for the day, I guess. And then we have another one
Respect.
that we're gonna carve up for this weekend. Probably do that tomorrow. But little one's been sick. Oldest has been dramatic, and my stuffiness is part of that. So I've been coughing randomly and just had sinus congestion the last couple of days because kids love to bring that shit home for you. So
It's the most wonderful time of the year, man.
oh my God. As my nose starts running.
Well, so anytime it drops below like 70 and I don't move for a long period of time, aka sleeping,
Right.
I wake up and my knees are I'm in pain.
Yikes.
So I hate the fall and the winter. I hate it. Because like I'm more grumpy than normal, and like I try not to be. I try to acknowledge it, but like I'm no, you got to give me like an hour to get the engine running and get me moving. Like, but with the girls, it's just not happening. So I have to constantly remind myself to keep my shit in check.
Yeah. Well, I get the girls
Like,
ready in the morning, so
mhm.
I'm the 6 a.m. alarm, and so my youngest usually gets up, but she's not been feeling great. Plus, it started to be cold outside, so we have the windows open at night, and it got down
Mhm.
to what, like 48 last night. So
Yeah.
it was chilly in the house, and so they're all sleeping bundled under the covers. So 6:15 rolls around, and Daddy has to come around and lay down the law, get the house up and moving, because they are little cuddle buddies for sure.
Hmm. Well, so I get touched out. I like I have no problem with like hugs and handshakes and maybe like a little snuggle here and there, but I cannot be constantly touched.
Oh, okay.
Like I'm not a all night snuggle dude. I'm not a you know let's you know every time you sit down you have to be touching me and right up next to me. I'm just not that dude. I'm just not. I get touched out,
That's just in
and
the movies, though, right?
I don't know.
Who does that in real life?
I no, I don't know. I don't ask my friends their snuggle habits.
No, I'm just saying, in every rom com, they'll spoon it up or whatever, but you're like, I can spoon for 5 minutes until my arm falls asleep, and then I gotta move.
Mhm.
And my wife has restless leg syndrome, so she tends to move a little bit. So that on top of the interruptions from the kids and whatnot, it's like, there's no way in hell you're laying on top of my chest, falling asleep, and we're staying there. No way.
Yeah,
No way. No offense. No way.
but so Ruth is a big snuggler, and like and if she's not snuggling, she has to be sitting on my lap and telling me something. And she like, if she's not, you know what I mean? Like the kid is always touching me, and I can't, and I don't want to be like, get the fuck off me, but but because Marley sees big sister doing it,
Yeah.
and she mimics her. Now Marley's always on top of me too. So I don't just have my 3-year-old wiggling.
Yep.
I have my 1-year-old crawling on my back and daddy telling me secrets.
And then Little boy, once he comes, he's gonna see all that.
Oh, I'm not gonna touch him. Let's see what the. Be a man, no hugs. All right.
No hugs, yeah.
No eye contact. No. But yeah, man, I get touched. I just get touched out, and then Brittany hates that shit because she knows I'm not a big touch me all the time person. But like at night, she's like, "Okay, well, where are you?" I'm like, "I'm over here," because the children have not stopped touching me for 3 years.
Sure.
So I mean, of course, I want to keep the house as I gotta trim my mustache, tickle my nose. Okay, but of course, you want to keep the house as comfortable as possible. You also want to make your wife feel like you want her and you enjoy being around her.
Yeah.
So of course, I'll get up there and I'll.
Slowly, yep.
And so,
Get back to the basics, yep.
man, we got a king size bed, and I sleep about 2 inches on the edge of my side of the bed.
Mhm.
Space.
Yes, sir.
But that doesn't matter anymore because one or both of my daughters end up in bed with us no matter what anyway. So what the fuck ever.
My dog has gotten accustomed to me making it out on the couch at some point. Not because I'm in the doghouse, but because one or both of my daughters have confiscated the bed. And it's like,
Mhm.
I either get some sleep or none. And they're the smallest people in our house, and they take up the most room on the bed. So,
Marley straight up sleeps sideways.
Yeah.
So if it's Brittany, Marley, and then me, let's say Ruth decides to sleep in her bed all night. Marley sleeps with her feet on me, and she kicks the shit out of me all night. So,
no way, man.
nah.
We got a king size bed, and I'm in it. 50%, half is a generous estimate. Half of the days of the week, and the other half I'm in the living room with Dre, my dog, and he needs to get let outside at some point, but he drinks and he eats so loud, so he'll go. I'll let him out to pee, and they'll come back in. And you're just like, come on, man, be done already. But
I don't know if I've said this before, but like sometimes I wake up thinking that something's going on, and I wake up in like attack mode.
mm-hmm.
So I've told everybody, it's like, if you just to be on the safe side, if you wake me up, shake a toe, grab a toe and shake my toe. That way I'm like, even if I wake up swinging, you're far away from everything, and I have time to figure out where the fuck I am and who you are.
Yeah.
Right? I have to retrain my brain because Ruth will come up and get right in my face, like standing on the bed, like not on the bed, but like right next to the bed, and Daddy. And I wake up,
Mm-hmm.
and every time, ah! Last night it was pretty funny. It brought me out of my mode really quick because she came and woke me up like that, and I jumped. She goes, "Oh, sorry, Daddy," and for some reason, like, it's just her little voice, and I was just like, "That's hilarious!" Like, get up here, come on.
Yeah. Man, she falls asleep hard, so she'll bundle up into a little ball on the couch, and then the girls will come up and go, "Mommy," and jump on her. And she's every single time deep sleep.
I wonder what sleeping a full night's like. It's been so long.
We won't know it until for a while, man.
Dude, let's keep adding to the pile.
You smile about it every time. You smile about it every time.
It's like the biggest blessing, but also like, stop it.
We're working on 5 or 6.
This will be number 6.
Yeah, man, you're straight up Brady Bunch.
Mm-hmm. So we went to Brittany had a midwife appointment today, so we drove out to her office just to walk through. Is how you feeling? Here's the baby's heartbeat. Oh, here's where the baby is.
Yep.
Yada yada yada. And I like going to those because I like to be as informed as I can be. And Brittany's laid down the law. He goes, after this baby's born, no more sex until you get your vasectomy. Okay, I get it. I understand. That makes sense to me. I have to talk myself out of the fear of this because now I've had 2 men tell me their horror stories about vasectomies, and I'm like, why would But anyway, so the midwife, her name is Yetta, spelled like Jetta. She goes, well, you've got one more coming, right? And I went, Like, are you high currently? Like, no, we do not. She goes, no, there's definitely like a 7th kid somewhere coming down the line. And I was like, is that like us raising a grandchild?
So is she predicting that your vasectomy will not take? Or?
I don't know. I have no idea. But the I'm always real wary of these natural feeling women, especially during coming close to the winter solstice here. These fucking witches and their sorcery.
What's stopping you from getting it now?
I got freaked out. Like my boy Nate was telling me the story about how they were doing it local, like a local anesthetic, and he reached down and they were like squeezing his nut trying to find the spot, and he was like, nope, and got out. And then I was out when I went quail hunting with Nate and a couple other guys. There's a guy there named Mark. And Mark was like, yeah, man, we went and got my vasectomy, dude. They came in, they shot me up. The guy came in even before it said, I felt them do my entire right nut. And I went, oh no. Oh no. So I have to, it's hard for me to admit fear, but there it is. It's right there.
Okay. Fair enough.
It's because, as a man in his 30s, I have been hitting the balls quite a few times throughout my existence. And not one of those times have I been like, fuck yeah, let's do that again.
Mm-hmm. What's the turnaround time? It's like, quick, right?
Yeah, it's quick. It's like a week, 2 weeks max, if everything goes right and there's not like an infection or something. That's another thing Mark said. He's like, oh yeah, shit was swelling up and I got infected. I was like,
what does Mark do?
Nothing where his nuts should be sweating that much, I don't think. But
well, clearly he let it happen.
But I was like, fuck.
Yeah. I have to do some more research myself.
Let's see. I don't want like, well, it's like Doug Stanhope has a story about his vasectomy, this stand-up comedian.
Mm-hmm.
And he talks about how he went and got it done. And they did something to where everything was snipped, but they didn't burn the ends right. So his nutsack was just filling up with shit. Yeah. So they had to go in and like drain his sack and fix the error. So
okay.
I'm like,
shouldn't they have this down to a science by now?
Well, it's like the news. There's 300 million people, 325 million people in this country every day. But like 10,000 of them make huge fuck ups. And that's what you hear about.
Sure.
You know what I mean? So I'm sure.
So the rate is low.
Yeah, I'm sure like 9 out of 10 vasectomies are home runs out of the fucking park. You know,
You just happen
this
to be in close proximity to two guys.
two dudes that are like, oh, this is dog shit horrible. And Nate's like, yeah, man, I had to, like, I went back in to get mine done, and I made sure they put me all the way under because I just couldn't fucking. And like, oh,
Yeah.
and like, I got to call the VA to do it, and like, I don't really have too strong of a trust with the Veterans Affairs Office to.
Sure.
Yeah, man, come play with my balls. Let's see how that.
Or you could look at it from the perspective of the VA and they're like, great, no more dependents.
That's true.
Because, you know, they're going to operate like a business. So they could care less about your pain threshold or whether you got to go revisit and get jism drained from your balls. But like, they're probably just seeing this like, oh, Jake, no more? Finally.
Thank God.
Save the taxpayers some money.
I signed my contract, baby. I went into an open and willing contract with the U.S. government. Suck it.
Oh, boy.
Who was that we had on the show that I talked about that? Someone was trying to give me something about that, and like, as a libertarian, do you feel bad about that? And I said, was it this show? It was,
I don't know.
I can't remember. I was having a conversation with somebody, and they were saying something along the lines of like, well, you're taking money from the government. That's, based off of taxes or whatever. Do you feel bad about that? And I said, absolutely not. And it's not because, I deserve free money or whatever. It's because I signed a contract with the government stating if there comes a point where I am physically injured or disabled in any way, shape, or form, it's their job to take care of it. That was part of my contract that I signed. So
Sure.
based on my contract, I went in as a willing adult. Well, technically, my dad signed when I was 17 for me. But based on my contract that I signed and the agreement that the government made with me and I made with them, this is just a contract that's getting paid out as it goes.
Mm-hmm.
Like what's his name that's still getting paid by the Mets?
Oh, Bobby Bonilla.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I mean, being disabled and shooting hot loads, is that the same thing? Disabled from being able to work, to be productive after your service, to being held up and just
I'm sorry. I get where you're going, but you said being disabled and shooting hot loads. My mind immediately went to someone differently abled and making messes.
It is a spectrum, yes.
And damn.
You brought it up.
I know, but I didn't expect the tangent to go that way.
I'm just seeing the patterns, man, because it's like that argument is, should the government be paying for your hot loads?
That's part of my contract, baby. It's part of my contract, baby.
Life. So if you're Dominic Rogers, Cromartie, just having a baker's dozen.
I also cannot pull out of a driveway. Correct.
Where are we at? Yes. Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah. Dominic Rogers Cromartie, Nick Cannon, and who's that other cat?
There's a few of them.
Yeah, then my boy Frenchie and me, same level.
I just saw Nick Cannon, one of the ladies that he had a baby with, and the baby passed away. She's already pregnant again.
Oh, I didn't know he lost a kid.
Yeah, they had one together and they lost it soon after.
Oh,
got another one on deck. Hot loads.
Chase your dreams, I guess.
Yeah.
How wild would that be to have like Nick Cannon as your dad?
Well, it depends. Like,
Like, do
how
you think he's
stretched
like
it thin is he at this point?
right? And like he does everything with this like great energy. Do you think he's like that at home, or is it
Yeah, I think that
you know?
it would benefit whoever it is for them
I
to
mean,
be
like,
able to spend time with you and to be your actual father,
right?
as
I'm saying like,
opposed to
does he?
just being because he's. I mean, how much of it is him showing attention to those kids and to being a sperm donor? Because the whole idea of it is spread your seed so that way you leave a legacy, right?
I guess.
What does that legacy mean if you're not in those kids' lives?
Right.
That's the only question I pose. Good on him. Do you? But I know how stretched my time is now with just 2. Can't
Mhm.
imagine if it was a dozen.
Yeah, it sounds horrible.
Craziness.
Like I love all of my children to pieces, but like, fuck.
It would just be difficult for me to love and to have as many different partners as he does. So that way you have a relationship with every partner that you fathered a child with. I mean, is that just transactional? Is that a business situation type situation, or are you like actually involved with that person as well? Because what did you create that child from?
Right.
Convenience or love? So all of those things add up. Those things matter. Those things have value to me. So I can't see myself doing that.
I get you.
But
Speaking of time with children, I had to get some gas before I took Scarlett to her physical therapy appointment this morning or this evening. And the person that was like at a pump just backed out like indiscriminately, like not looking. And like before I could even see who was in this vehicle, and I was like, "You dumb bitch," just automatically right up. And it just so happened to be a lady in the car. So my 13-year-old was looking at me, and I just looked back at her and I said, "Jake Howard, woman, respect her."
wow.
And she goes, "I'm gonna start keeping a notebook, just based on your little quotes and things that you say." And I said, "You need to call my sister." And she goes, "Well, why?" And I said, "My sister told me 15 years ago, because there's a meme going around. It was like Walter so and so." And it was like a memorial bench in like a park. It was like Walter so and so hated everyone in this park. That was like his in memoriam thing. And she goes, and Allison says, I'm gonna write your quotes down, and I'm just gonna drop random immemorial Jake Howard quotes all over wherever I go in the United States. I said, call her and get the lowdown, because you get to hear these in real time. But some of the stuff I said when I was a young man, that's 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 some of the winning material right there. And she was like, well, give me an example. And the first one that always comes to my head was it was it was a it was a pickup line,
Mm.
and it was, "Girl, you're so hot. I'd get you pregnant just so you have to deal with me the rest of your life."
She wrote that down somewhere?
No, like my sister did. and and she goes, "Wow." And I said, "Your mom's cool."
Wow.
And then she goes, "Oh, hey, happy anniversary."
Yeah.
Scarlett's got that wit about her too, so where she can participate in the joke, and it carry the joke to another.
Right.
Haha, she's something else. Typical teenager asshole, but she's funny. She's,
Oh, you have to. They they become assholes at teenagers? Because I feel like my youngest is ahead of the curve.
Oh man, no. It's
The looks that she gives
well,
me, dude. The way she talks back to me, dude. Oof. It's coming.
we spend a lot of time in the corner. Both Marley and Ruthie spend a lot of time in the corner. Whether they're hitting each other or talking back or telling me no.
Mm-hmm.
And they're like, pick up your toys. No! Oh, me. But, then I throw the PJ Masks on and it's all good again.
Can I watch on my iPad?
That's something I'm glad we haven't done, honestly. Like, I understand the convenience of the iPad or the tablet. Like, I get it. I respect it. I understand it. But I don't think we're going to do that with the littles, especially. Because, like, Wyatt's dad got him a phone so he can play Fortnite and shit. And he is just a whole different person when he has access to technology like that.
Mm-hmm.
He comes back to our house where it's not allowed, and he is just a whiny shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's just, I think we try and live more in person in the moment right now.
Well, I let my oldest use it all the time because she's very curious, and so she'll ask me a question. I'm like, why don't you go use that smart device?
Mm-hmm.
Why don't you go use that thing that will give you the direct answer you seek? And I just force her to go look it up, so that way she gets into repetition of being able to find facts on her own, not having to rely on someone else. You know what I mean? So, but like our youngest, yeah, it's definitely just to inundate her from
Breaking
princess,
shit.
her talking, or whatever it is. She's just
Yeah.
She is her own person already. So
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Ruth hasn't figured out how to say, like, how to what, when, why, how, and like the proper context of those words.
mm-hmm.
So everything is, you tell her something, she'll go, how? Like, today, I was like, well, hey, I gotta go out in the garage because I'm gonna lift weights. Okay, you just gotta stay in here with mom. Well, how? Well, just go sit down. Mom's gonna put on a movie, and I'm gonna go out here and do this. Why not? And then she's added I don't know into that. Well, it's I'll she'll ask me something, we'll be doing something, and I'll explain it to her, and she'll go, well, I don't know. Well, this is it right here. I don't know. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Oh no, both of my girls for sure are going to be trouble. Like, I've always thought, like, Marley all of a sudden is like, oh yeah, here's my personality. It's also fucking huge. Like, I have big personality, loud daughters.
Just like you.
I don't know what you're talking about. Very quiet, never outspoken. I don't have opinions on things.
Speaking of Patreon.
Me? Curious? Never. Push boundaries? Not this guy. I've been a good, upstanding Christian my whole life. And other lies.
All right, sir. I need to go take some
Oh,
medicine.
shit.
Oh, we're
Yeah.
about an hour. My nose is starting to run like crazy, so I'd rather
We
not
did
keep
it.
dipping out of here to blow my nostrils.
No, I respect that totally. I need to go to bed.
Send us off.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for listening to the Sober Swole podcast. I am Jake Howard.
And I'm DJ Swirl.
Good night.
Hey, it's Warhorse. Do you want your workouts to look like this? Or Or do you want your workouts to slay? When Warhorse picks his pre-workout, he wants it to slay. If you want second place, go with somebody else. If you want to be a champion, go with Royalty Nutrition.
Ba-da, ba-da-da.